section 12.3, the unitary method. Generally it's about dividing to find the quantity for one, then multiplying up to find the quantity for the many. So starts from grade C and stays there all day. Let's have a look. Question 1, page 150. On a map, 5 centimeters represents 4 kilometers. Fair enough. What do these represent? Well, I've got 10 centimeters. Clearly that's going to be twice as much, 8 kilometers. 12 centimeters. Now look, let me teach you the unitary method. If I've got, leave that for now. If I've got 5 centimeters equals 4 kilometers, then 1 centimeter, hence the term unitary method, must be 4 kilometers divided by 5. And of course 4 over 5 is 0.8 kilometers. Now I can happily work out what 12 centimeters represents. So 12 centimeters is going to represent 0.8 times 12. 8 12s are 80, 96. I've got 9.6 kilometers. Is that fair enough? Not hard, is it? And to work out 22 centimeters, I just go 22 times whatever the 1 centimeter was, 0.8. Let's have a look. Just to do a quick sum like that. 22 times 8, that'll be 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. 17.6 kilometers. Fair enough. You don't have to be that quick. I'm not that quick. Maybe I'm on a roll or something. But that's what it takes to do it without a calculator. Right, 5 cups of coffee. So 5 coffees. Don't need an apostrophe, just coffees. 5 lots of coffee cost £7.50, and he wants me to work out the cost of 3 cups of coffee. Well, unitary method, divide by 5 to find 1. So 1 cup costs £7.50. Divide that by 5. Let's hope that works nicely. Well, let's just do a quick sum, shall we? I want to go 5 into 750 pennies, so it goes in there once. 2 left over, goes in there 5. There we go. We've got £1.50 per cup, I think. Yes, that's right. Therefore, 3 cups of coffee your £1.50 times 3, and that's going to give us £4.50. Quite easy, really, isn't it? £1.50. Factories, bags, Liz earns. Right, let's do question 5. Let's just do Liz here. Question 5. Liz earns £200 for 8 hours work. So here I go. £200 for 8 hours work. How much does she earn for 10 hours? Well, let's get 1 hour's worth. I can take my 200, divide that by 8, and then multiply by 10. Try and do it in one step, I suppose. Then I can just start to trim down, 4 and 5. 4 goes into 200 quite nicely as well. So 4 goes into himself once, 4 goes into 200 50 times. So 50 times 5, she should earn £250 for a 10-hour week. Alright, so that's another way of doing it. I'm still using the unitary method, but I'm not working out the middle step. So for example, I'm not working out the 150 middle step. I'm just jumping straight in and using the unitary method by dividing to find 1, but I don't need to find 1 because that's not what the question's asking me. But then straight away multiplying up and making it part of the entire sum. That worked out a lot easier actually. So let me carry on with question 7. I think I'll turn over and go back to black so it stands out against the sky. Incidentally, that's Southend in the background there. It's very nice, isn't it? Southend in the summer. It's quite pleasant. Well, I don't know who. I think one of the girls took the picture. Right, 70% of a number is 140. So 70% of a number equals 140. What is the number itself? In other words, 100% of the entire number. So really, I can work like this. If I know 70% is 140, I know 1% is going to be 140 divided by 70, and of course the answer is 2. Therefore 100% of the number, in other words the number itself, is going to be 100 times 2, and therefore the original number is 200. Alright, question 8, I may as well because I can. Question 8 says 50 miles is 80 kilometers. 20 miles is how many kilometers? Well, let's just work out 1 mile. 1 mile equals 80 divided by 50. Cancel down. Leave it like that. 1 mile equals 8 over 5 kilometers. It's only in a middle step. I don't have to work out that it's 1 3/5 of a kilometer, because now it asks me what 20 miles is. Well, so 20 miles is going to be 8 over 5 times 20, and look how sweet this is. We can cancel the 5 and the 20 like so. 5 goes into 24 times. Now I can happily multiply 8 times 4 and go for 32 kilometers, and that's it. 32 divided by 1 is still 32. That was an awful lot easier than trying to multiply 20 times 1 3/5. No thank you. Question 10 looks very tricky indeed because the wording of it. X pens, a certain number of pens, cost C pence. How much do Y pens cost? Horrific. Well, look, I'll let you know. Right, if X pence costs C pence, then 1 pen costs whatever the cost is divided by whatever the number we're talking about here. If I want to work out how much Y pens cost, I simply multiply that by Y. Is that alright? In other words, YC over X in algebra terms. Let's just go through that again. So for example, 10 pens cost 100 pence. So you divide by 10 to find the cost of 1 pen, and if Y is maybe 20 pens, you just go 20 times whatever that answer was. It's very easy, but you've got to think outside this little yellow box, so to speak, and work it as if it was a numerical problem, but use the letters instead. X pens cost C pence, so 1 pen will cost C divided by X, so store that away. If I want to know how many Y of them cost, well, just multiply that answer by Y. So it's going to be C divided by X times Y, or in other words, YC over X. Done and done. And I'll see you later in the assess.